They go play action here. Mon. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now Mon. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They run the counter now on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Fields on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now it's Fields. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an F. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Bond looks to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Off the play fake. Mon.
There goes a deep ball. End zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They run the counter with Cook. Able to slither by. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were. And you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
On 1st down, here's Mon.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Let's go, team. Big serious right here. We got to step it up. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, tight down. There you go.
Mond going to throw it.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. 2 excellent drives for them to start this game, both ending with touchdown passes.
Yeah, they're off and running, even though they finish things off through the air. Gotta like what you're seeing from them so far. Being able to maneuver offense, take care of the football, and then ring that bell at the end with, as you said, 2 touchdown passes.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
To the air again, Fields. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Bears. 2-2 Atwell. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Mond's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mond now off of play action.
But it's caught on the right side at Smith. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Mond out of the shotgun. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here's Mond. They're going for it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw on 2nd and 6.
Mond. Complete. Jefferson the target.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
To Justin Jefferson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Mond.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Mond. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Mond, a quick throw, complete.
Not much there, only a yard.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9,
Mond.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
These 2 teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Hunter Nice-Swander on to punt now on 4th down.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Oh, look at the juke. Finds through and now a crease. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? the defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Mond. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they go play action here. Mond sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
One play action. Fields. They'll roll him out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On second and goal, Fields got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Bears 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up second and 7.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Coming up on second and 7. Mond looks to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On second and 11 now. Mond. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. The Vikings send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Fields escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They run the counter. It's Cook, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Bond going to throw it. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now Bond on the bootleg. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. Second and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room to the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
So correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Now it's Fields. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
Being chased out left. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded just inside the 20. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got Atwell. That's complete.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. And now they get the timeout call. So they got one of the big plays that they needed. Can they do it again? Don't change that dial. And to give this time to the tailback. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Minnesota, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.